Indeed, greetings unto you, beloved and holy friend. Thank you so much for joining me again on another video. I really do appreciate your presence. Indeed, greetings unto you, beloved and holy friend. Thank you so much for joining me again on another video. I really do appreciate your presence. If you enjoy what it is I'm doing here, consider liking the video, consider subscribing, and do leave a comment. I try and answer every single one of them. Let's melt more into being together. I'm gonna pour myself a glass of water, and then I'm going to say some things, read some things worth saying. And yeah, I feel the title that I set for today's video is talking about hope. Talking about hope. Because again, it's something that has been permeating my field of consciousness, and I feel it's definitely something that is appropriate after the topic we shared yesterday. So let me get out my little booklet, and yeah, like this is basically the first thing that I opened up to when I was looking for something that is worth saying. And there are a bunch of them, but I feel this one definitely is the best one out of all of them. And it goes, sit with you and realize your unique experience. Sit with you and realize your unique experience. I have manifested a body in this moment, in this space, and in this time to learn and experience from it. And I feel one of the things that we're very prone to not learning almost is this sense of hope that we've almost lost as humanity. Hello everyone, hey Lazy B, welcome my friend. And I feel like one of the reasons why we've lost so much hope in humanity and just like as human beings in general is because there's like, apparently, this is something that I learned today, two different types of hope. There's the mature hope, the hope that is, necessary for our existence as human beings. And then there is the type of hope that is naive, and kind of childlike, that expects some force outside of us to kind of just, do anything or everything for us so that we may, gain the thing that it is we want. And basically the difference between mature hope and immature hope is the outcome. Because I feel a lot of people, at least in today's society, the hope we have isn't so much for, being hopeful, but specifically directed in a direction. Like there is something, some specific outcome that we are hopeful for. And instead of being aware of all of the things that we might, receive in our lives, all of the uncertainty, all of the, just variable outcomes, we have this hope. Oh, hey Aaron, hey Justin, and we have Lazy Bees as well. Anyone else having bad connection issues? I hope not. I have like 4 bars of Wi-Fi, so I hope it's not on my side. I hope it gets better, my friend. Yeah. So mature hope is unattached to outcome. It is hopeful of the good that is within humanity. It's hopeful for the possibility of positive outcome, but it's not hopeful of something specific happening. So to give an example, like it is a hope of mine to, let's think of a good example. A hope of mine to be able, this is actually a genuine hope, to be able to afford a vehicle for myself by the end of the year. And that is a hope for me, something that I would like to see realized in my life in this time. But if this hope doesn't work out, then the thing that humans usually do is we kind of get discouraged. That hope that we had gets completely demolished because we didn't get the outcome that we thought we were going to get. And instead of becoming aware of all of the good we had in our lives, all of the good that has permeated our fields of consciousness, we kind of attach our hope to a single point somewhere in the future. And if we don't reach that single point, Abound will make it through. I'm sorry, my friends, if there's connectivity issues. Man, Like, it's probably, I'm not going to say anything. Good morning, friends. Hey, management. How are you, my friend? And thank you for the helpful, that dirty do. That dirty do? Thank you, my friend. Melt. Hey, bro, too strong. I haven't seen you in forever, my friend. Like, it's been so long. And we have Mariah here as well. It's been so long since we've seen you as well, my friend. Happy day 90, everyone. Thank you, Ben. It's nice seeing you as well, my friend. 90 days, like officially 3 months, my friend, that we've done this every single day. How many people can say that they've done something every single day for 3 months in a row? I feel very good about it, my friends. Thank you. Thank you for joining me in this process and this purpose and this journey that we're all on. Man, I really like imagining okay, let me actually say it in context of the lesson today, or at least the intention for today. I'm hopeful to what more is to come in our lives. Me, Ryan, Justin, we were talking in the like general tab of Discord about being able, one, owning our own homes, me coming through to America, Justin driving 16 hours to meet us at Ryan's new home, and just being able to melt up and just have chats next to a fire. It's something that is so human about us. This need for connection, this hope that there are people like us, people that we can, converse with, people that we can have a genuine connection with. And it makes me so happy. Like, I didn't have any specific hopes. Like, I wasn't like, if I don't meet people that are like this and that, then I'm not going to be happy. Like, what. I was just hopeful to meet, like, one of actually the things I manifest in the morning is I have this whole list of what I want in friends. I want friends that can help me, that can love me, that can support me, that can share with me, that can grow with me, that can spend time with me, that can understand me. Like, it's a whole list of things that I want for the friends in my life. And it blows my mind how quickly and how genuinely that hope got realized with all of you friends. And it blows my mind. It really, it melts my mind. Let's say that instead, actually. Good morning, friend. Hey, my friend. Da-da-da-da. Hey, yo. Hey, Dan. Good morning, afternoon. Thank you, my friend. How are you, Dan? You're back in the grind. And I've been really thinking about what you told me as well. So I don't know if I'm supposed to be sharing Dan. I don't know if it's like still on the hush. But Dan is basically making some more music. And he asked me that if he could use one of, like, it's actually day 35 and day 36, this audio that I sent him. He told me that he wanted to use a piece of the things that I said in that stream to like add into a track. And today he was like going through some of the videos to like find some more samples, and he told me that he appreciates the thumbnails, and that each thumbnail almost has like a vibrational frequency to it. And like, to me, like, I told him I would be lying if I said the thumbnails take me a very long period of time, like maybe 5 to 10 minutes at most. And after him saying that, I felt like I had a little bit more perspective. And I went to the YouTube channel, and I kind of like just went to the video page, and I was just scrolling down, looking at each individual thumbnail and trying to feel what it is I'm feeling in those moments. And I completely agreed with Dan as well. It's so interesting how we can, just carry these energetic vibrational frequencies in something as arbitrary or simple as a single moment. Because an image is a single moment of a person, right? Goodness me. Imagine being able to attach more things to an image. Smells, tastes, sounds, even the feeling on your skin in that moment. And then being able to share that moment with someone, even if it's only a single moment for them to experience. What's also cool to me is how we have this capacity to experience a single moment for more than just a moment, if that makes any sense. We get to experience a moment for as long as that moment almost stimulates us, I guess you could say. And it's a very interesting phenomenon to me. We are powerful beings, my friends. Creators, if you will. Connection issues abound. We'll make it through. I'm sorry, Aaron. Can you tell me, friends, or any other of you friends actually also having connectivity issues? I hope not. Thank you for the tree hug as well. I appreciate it, Dan. Oh, good morning, friends. I missed you all. Hope you all have been very well. We have been well, Mariah. How have you been? How's the is it 2 boys or 4 boys? I think you have 4 boys, right? How have your 4 boys been? I hope that they've been keeping you very busy. I'm guessing they did. That's why you haven't been here for a while. But know that we've missed you as well, Mariah. Have to get to work. Was just stopping in. Everyone have a good day. Thank you, Ben. Thank you for being here for as long as you were, my friend. You will be missed, and good luck with your work. Good morning to all. I have my schedule in order today, and I'm excited to catch the stream. Thank you, Tactful. I'm happy that you're here as well, my friend. You're so appreciated. Man, like every single time I read your names, my friends, it is everything that you've said, all of the other comments that you've left. It's almost like it's a growing being, like in my heart and in my head. Like every single one of you, like obviously we're complete, full human beings, but I feel the more we share about ourselves, the more almost complete the image in our minds become of a person, the more we can relate, the more we can tune ourselves in to that person's way of thinking, to that person's way of feeling. And it's profound to me that we can do something like that with something as arbitrary as words. And it kind of comes back to just how powerful the words we speak to each other are. Because like ideally, or not ideally, in a what's the word I'm looking for? Possibly, we can literally create words and sentences and say things to each other that can make us feel absolutely awful, can ruin our days, can leave us feeling lacking, can leave us feeling sad. Or we can use that exact same power to uplift each other, to make ourselves feel wonderful, to give us this light and this love that we know that we are worthy and deserving of. And it makes me so happy to know that we friends are doing that for this world. It is something that is very, very underrated and something that's very necessary. And we're walking the path, my friends. We are walking the path. I wish I could be as happy as you. You have the capacity to be as happy as me, my friend. Because like the happy that I am isn't something that is constant. It's always something that is fluctuating. And that fluctuating feeling is a part of the feelings we get to experience. Like if you actually follow the streams, you'll know that some days I'm a complete wreck. I feel bad, I feel unworthy, I feel sad, and these things are completely okay, my friend. It's not so much about shying away from them as it is to completely feel into them. And the thing about allowing yourself to feel into them is it has a contrast. It can mess you up sometimes. It makes you feel so insignificant, so small, and it lets you contract, separate from the mind of God, if you will. What's your intent? What's today's intention? Today's intention is becoming aware of this experience that we all get to live, this absolutely unique experience that we're living in right now. The way that you're feeling, the way that your hair is laying on your head, the very clothes that you're wearing, the things that you have eaten, or the things that you haven't eaten, the things that you've drank. Like literally every single component that made up this moment that is right now is a unique experience that will never be experienced again. And becoming aware how unique you are and how important your lived experience is, it is profound, my friends. You are so loved and so worthy of being loved, and I hope that you know that. Oof, these connection issues are super rough today. They're still going on, huh, Dan? You know what? Like, it's not something that I feel like it might. It's either Reddit server issues, because I was watching someone else's stream today as well, and they also had really bad connectivity issues. But because I want to do things the right way, I think I'm going to move a little bit closer to the Wi-Fi. I'll sit in the sun. Here comes sun. I'm not scared of you. That. We'll do that. I'll get my water. Now we should have more bars of Wi-Fi. You see, like, this is the problem as well. Like, I want to stream in that tree, but I'm worried that if I do something like that, the connectivity issues would be too hectic for it to be like watchable. And I don't want you friends suffering, because I know I know the feeling of having horrible connectivity issues. Is it better now? I do hope so. I do hope it's a little bit better now. Good morning, my friends. Love from Ohio. Thank you, Lindsay. Love to you as well, my friend. Did I set an intention for my water? No, I didn't. And I'm just drinking it. So I want to actually set an intention for drinking water today. And hope. Hope is my intention. Not a hope of a specific outcome, but a hope for the best outcome, if that makes any sense. The best possible outcome that we as a collective can realize for ourselves. That is my hope, my friends. That is my hope. So to hope. Not in the hush. I've actually decided to go on a step further. I'm going through day 35 and 36. I'm going to make a sample pack. That sounds so sick, Dan. That sounds really, really sick. They are rough today. Like, I hope, is the connectivity issues better, my friends? Let me actually scroll down. I'll catch the replay on YouTube. Constant freezing here. It's a little better, not much though. I'll power through for sure. I'm sorry, friends. It's definitely a Reddit issue then. It's definitely, yeah. I'm not surprised, but this is the way that it is. It's a new platform. Things will get better, I'm sure. Brother Thor, nice to see you again. Hey, Impossible Nights, nice to see you as well, my friend. Welcome and thank you for being here. Hello, bro. Hello, Lucky Deal. How are you, my friend? How have you been? How's life treated you? What have you learned recently? I feel that is a good question for myself as well. What have I learned recently? I think, if anything, I definitely learned what hope should be, at least, not what hope is. Yeah, the mature hope of hoping for things to turn out, or having hope that things will turn out good, but not having a specific goal or a specific, thing that needs to happen for us to have that happiness that we're looking for, but knowing that happiness will come. Major connection issues. Like, the thing is as well, yesterday I was streaming even more, or not yesterday, 3 days ago, I was streaming even more behind this wall. So it's definitely not my side, unfortunately, friends. Connection is too bad. I'm sorry. I really am sorry. Your internet is stadig, bro. My internet is actually nogals heel vinnig, dude. Like, it's just 25 on, 25 off. I have like a 25 up, 25 down line, which is like pathetic if you have fiber wherever you are. But living in the middle of nowhere, that's as good as internet we've ever had. So it has been working up to this point, but you win some, you lose some, my friends. If anything, the YouTube footage will be consistent. Like, there'll be no stuttering. Thor has a better connection from Asgard. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. You know what? This is also a unique experience. Even not having a proper connection with all of you friends, having this stream break up every 20 seconds or whatever. I don't know how bad it is. This is also a unique experience because it hasn't been like this for all of our previous streams. So now it is like this for us to experience this unique experience, and that is completely okay and completely fine, and it's exactly the way that it's supposed to be. 4 boys, they have all been great. we've all been great, looking forward to an upgrade in our living situation. Fingers crossed that home becomes available soon. We need it. I'm crossing my fingers for you as well, Mariah. And I'm sending you good vibes as well. If you need it, then it will be. It's actually something that I've been thinking about as well. Is this difference between needing something and wanting something? Because we all want things in our lives, but it's this incessant want sometimes that stops us from getting it as well. Because we want things so bad, we kind of become attached to them and we hold on to this thing. And it's this very interesting like phenomenon where we have this need to have things that others don't have. So for example, if a human being becomes associated or identified with the car that they're driving, like let's say I buy myself a Rolls Royce, right? And now I'm driving this Rolls Royce and I'm feeling very chuffed about myself. I'm like, yeah, look at this Rolls Royce I have. Look at these other plebs with their, normal Toyota Taz or no car whatsoever or whatever. And you have this sense of superiority because you have something that others don't have. And then, and you wake up in a flip reality where every single person, as soon as they turn 18, gets given the exact Rolls Royce that you drive. And now everyone has a Rolls Royce. Now suddenly you're not going to be all that interested or egotistical about the car that it is you're driving. And it really blows my mind because that is a want. It might be a need for you to have a car so that you can go to work or like take your kids to school or whatever. Then a car is a need, but a want would be the type of car that you want, or the car that is going to give you the feeling. And the thing is as well, we live in this world of novelty, and it's something that happened like probably at the start of the Industrial Revolution. Like Ford initially made cars all black and basically the same looking for years. And then GM Motors started releasing cars every single year with minor body changes and color changes. And that basically shortened the car owner's period from 5 years to 2 years. And they basically said that when that number gets reduced down to 1 year, then they'll have a perfect score. And it was just such a type of moment, because I realized it's still happening. If you look at new phones, for example, like there is minor technological differences, like there is definitely technological differences, but then they just release new colors and new shapes, and then it's novel again, and then people go out and continue buying these things even though they don't need it. They wanted to know they have something that others don't, or they have the best and newest thing. And it's a cycle. I honestly hope that as we move into our future, we'll move back into being able to repair our technology, especially because with the phones that we have these days, they kind of remove the functionality of being able to take your battery out and replace it. So when your battery starts to get wrecked, it's usually like you have to like take off the backsides of like hot glue guns and prying tools and stuff like that. And it makes it very difficult for people to fix their phones. And, that leads to them buying new ones. And obviously, that is exactly what they want us to do. But it's not what we need. It's what we want. And it's a very important distinction to make, what we need versus what we want. Because it hasn't been working for us thus far. It's been killing our entire planet, basically. Hey, Wired, or we're Ed. All, how you doing, my man? I'm doing well, my friend. How about you? I like this guy, and I like you, friend. I like you, friend. Edmund, hey, welcome back, my friend. We missed you yesterday. I'm happy that you're here. I'm not sure if my comments are going to go through. My connection is pretty bad too. I'll have to catch up on the YouTubes. Thank you, Jovan, as always, for sharing the YouTube links. I do appreciate it so much. Jovan left a comment on one of the older videos. She's like, I'm gonna put my computer on 2x speed and then just let it run through your playlist. I don't know if it's going to help with the views or something like that, she says. And it's something so small and something like it didn't take much energy for her to do that or for her to say those things. And yet the feeling it created inside of me, just knowing that someone had this intention to do this thing without having to be asked, without having to be told, just this understanding, this intuitive knowing, just how you can help someone. And I feel it is something that we're capable of in every single moment. You can like notice like the energy field within inside someone and see that they are in need of something, be it a connection, be it the feeling you have to share with each other. And it you can save lives, my friends. You can literally save lives. Maybe the connection is because of so many people watching today. Are a lot of people watching today, my friend? I don't actually know, but it might be. Oh wow, there are a lot of people here today. Like I don't know how many people there were, but it does happen sometimes. I'm sorry, my friends. I hope that it's getting a little bit better. I hope, I guess it is getting a little bit better. I'll catch the replay on YouTube. Constant freezing here. My heart, my soul. Maybe it's because I've streamed 3 times today. Maybe they're like, oh wait, this guy's been overdoing it. Let's not give him all of the bandwidth or something like that. I don't know. Freezing for me too. You know what? As I said, it is a unique experience, and I can make myself cringe about it, knowing that it's a painful experience for you to watch, my friends, and I'm so sorry about that. But it is a unique experience, and complaining about it is going to create turmoil within inside of myself, and that is not the pebbles I want to drop into my field of consciousness. I would rather understand that this is something that's temporary and apologize to you, my friends. MC Hammer pants. Yeah, I'm wearing my MC Hammer pants, my friend. But I'm wearing my dark blue pair. My mom made me do pairs now, and this one has a little pocket. But the rubber around my waist, maybe I got a little bit thin. My ass ain't as big as anymore. So like when I put my phone in the little pocket, it kind of just drags my entire pants down. Uh, let's hope the connection improves. I think it can be an RPAN issue. It is. It definitely is, Dan. Because it is something that I noticed earlier today as well. Because I was trying to watch another streamer. I actually try and watch the other streamers to see what is being said, what is being felt, how what are the vibes on RPAN in any given moment. And I also went on, and it was like this constant stuttering, and it was also so painful to me to watch that I stopped. So yeah, I'm sorry, my friends. I am sorry. Maybe it's Reddit being rude. Reddit doesn't want us to get peace and enlightenment from this stream. I'm not sure if that is exactly true. Maybe it's just a temporary problem. About 50% better from me. Definitely an improvement. There we go. At least it's getting a little bit better. Morning Melt, more and friends. Hey, Prestigious. And hey, Unable Midnight as well, my friends. Welcome and thank you for being here again, my friends. What do you do for a living? I breathe, I drink water, I eat food, and I sleep for a living. No, I'm joking, my friend. At the moment, I'm not doing anything that will facilitate me staying alive. But I do have the capacity to fast for extended periods. And if I need to, I would be able to live off of alms. Like this is actually something that I imagined the other day, where I was like, even if I have to live on the street, and I could live on a street close to like a coffee shop or something where I would have a Wi-Fi connection, I would 100% continue doing exactly what it is I'm doing right now. It would be less than ideal, but I would still be happy in doing that as well. Damn, this connection is bad. I don't know. I understand why. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Yes, you sip of water reminded me I need water. Please drink water on Able Midnight. It's highly important, dude. You're mostly water. and then freezes. Ugh. About 50% better. At least it's getting a little bit better. I'm sorry I can't watch the stream. The feed is too terrible. I even restarted my phone and internet. But the comments are working fine. I don't understand today. This is pretty rough. Freezes, then unfreezes. Oh man, it's so insane to me just how uncontrollable life is, you know? Like the uncertainty, the yeah, just the uncontrollableness of it. Like there's nothing. Like even though I would like, jump over the moon to fix these type of problems. There's nothing that I can do about it. And like even like the thing is as well, unfortunately, I don't really think Reddit cares about their streamers much, or maybe I just feel that way about myself. Because like even if I reach out to like the RPAN moderators, they'll basically just tell me, "Oh yeah, yeah, this is an issue," and I'll be like, "Oh, okay." Thank you for telling me after I asked. Like, yeah, it's okay. It really is okay. I think the reason that Reddit doesn't really give too much attention to their streamers is because they can't really monetize them other than awards. But yeah, it is what it is, my friends. I'm sorry. This is rough. Freezes and unfreezes. Breathe. I'm breathing. I'm breathing actively, Justin. That's the only thing I can do. Probably a Reddit problem. Yeah, literally freezes every time Mel talks, and I only hear the last or first part. Damn you, Reddit. Well, at least it's going to be on YouTube, huh? Maybe like this is the perfect time to plug the YouTubes. The YouTube will probably be. I'm saying probably because I wouldn't be surprised that if I like get up to stop my recording of this footage, that it's going to be like, oh, corrupted footage or something. Who knows? I hope not. Here we are, my friends. Go and watch on YouTube if you want to hear the full context of the things that I wanted to say. Gonna check it out on YouTube. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Dan. Hey, Naomi. I'm happy that you're here. You're here. I can join while I'm getting my hair done. Are you getting your hair done, Naomi? Are you getting your hair done at your hairdressers? Because you don't call it a barber shop. Do you call it a hairdressery? A hairdresser place? Hairdresser shop? Why do I not know the word for that? Because to me it's just a barber shop, right? But now Naomi has enlightened me that a barber and a hairdresser aren't the same thing. Like a barber is like qualified to be able to shave you with blades and stuff, where a hairdresser wouldn't be qualified. And that was a very interesting for me to learn. Interesting thing for me to learn. But hey, creepy morning. I hope that you still here, my friend. Hopefully tomorrow is better. Love you, friends. It will be. It will be better, Dan, I'm sure. Always and strong with the pashminas. Yeah, my friend. Like today, I did something daring. I have like a little bottle, two little bottles, one of jasmine and one of, I think it's elderberry, it's called, or something like that, of essential oils. And usually, like when I wanna like spice up my pashmina, I just like drop of one bottle like on each side of my pashmina. And like today, I unturned both of the bottles at the same time, and I held like a bottle in each hand, and I turned it upside down. I don't know why specifically, but it definitely was something that felt right in the moment. And I was like, yeah, get both flavors, overindulge and destroy my senses. Oh wow, I see what people are saying about it freezing every few seconds. Freeze less. Yeah, it's like apparently it's my arch enemy, my friends. If I melt more, then freeze less would be the one that is making it freeze more, or maybe he's going to be the savior, making it freeze less. I'm gonna try one more thing and hope it works. Unfortunately, I feel it's on Melt's end. Actually, let's just blame it on Reddit. Like, I don't think it is on my end. That's the thing, Justin. Like, it shouldn't be anymore. Like, I think it would have been on my end if I moved and it got completely resolved, because I have like a full connection right now, and it's unfortunately still not working. When in doubt, I was so pumped that while I waited for my hair to be done, was right when stream would be too. Yeah, yeah. I'm I'm not going to apologize. Thank you for understanding, my friends. Thank you for understanding. That is what I'm appreciative of, and that is what's most important. Loving you too, Aaron. I appreciate you, my friend. I'll have to catch you guys later on YouTube. Talk to you later, friends. So much love to you all. It's still going, isn't it? It's a unique experience. Mm. This is also a perfectly unique and divine experience. Damn, it's still freezing. I love you, brother Bear, but I can't watch live. I know I can watch on YouTube. I just work so much. I understand. I understand, my friend. Don't worry about it at all. Uh, like it's completely fine. This is definitely like I understand. Like I really do understand, because as I said, I experienced this earlier today as well, and it was difficult for me to continue watching as well. So thank you for being here with me as long as you were. Like that is what's most important. I value our time here together more than anything in my life, because I need to be. I used to be all alone. You're not all alone now, Ryan. Fortunately, we have officially made friends, like real friends that are going to be all over the world and are going to allow us a space in which we get to know that we have friends. I need my dose of Meltmore today. Here we are, my friend. Unfortunately, apart from the streams, like the connection is a little bit wrecked. You know what? Like I'm gonna try once more. Let's see if I move again, if we'll get a little bit of a better connection, because it's very important for me to actually be able to stream properly with you, friends. So I'm gonna move this over here. And I'm gonna move this over here. Like now, it's closer than it usually is for the rest of the streams, but this thing is leaning forward. Da, 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 da. You know what? I'm gonna go all the way here onto the patio. This thing is so skewed. Oh my. Let's see if I can find a place where it's going to be proper. Getting my water and my little book. Here we are again. Is it better, my friends? I hope it is, because this is the last resort. If I move any closer, I'll be literally inside of the house. Let me do this as well, so it's actually level, and I don't drive myself insane looking at it not being level. And now it's overly level on this side. Yeah, let the OCD kick even be more. Man, I love being a human being. We get to experience so many things, including the hardships, and that is also completely okay. Is it better now? Still not. I usually do this stuff. Like I level my stuff out completely. Yeah, it's level. It's level. It's perfectly level. Okay, I can calm down. Is it still freezing? Is it still freezing? Like, do tell me, Ryan. I'm curious, because if it is still freezing, it's definitely not on my side. It definitely is a Reddit problem then. Da da da. Such a bummer. The connection is so bad. Have a good day, friends. Thank you, Abby. Plug the YouTube. Yeah, I guess now would be the best time to, right? The bad feel of life won't get me the wrong way. I think that helped a little. Okay. I'm happy that it's helping at least a little. And yeah, shout out if you're still watching. Like really, like it means so much that you're willing to sit through the painfulness that is a glitchy stream. Hello, Mel. The universe has decided to test our patience with the stuttering stream today. Acceptance is the answer, but today I don't like the answer. Yeah, and you're right, my friend. That's why I was losing it for a second there because I'm very very aware of what the lesson it is I'm trying to learn or this is teaching me today, and it is acceptance. Like that's the thing as well. Like I can worry about it, I can complain about it, I can be angry about it, I can feel some way about it, but at the end of the day, there is nothing that I'm going to do that is going to fix it or something that is going to make me, feel less about it. The only thing that we can sometimes do in situations definitely is acceptance. Completely coming to accept the fact that things are the way that they are, and then that's okay as well. It's okay to sometimes not know what's going on. It's okay sometimes to have things happen that are not ideal. And I'm thinking about you actually, Justin. I am thinking about you because like Justin told me that something changed at work, and in the same way, it is these uncontrollable circumstances, like it's something that COVID brought on as well, that changes our perception of what it is that we're doing. It changes the feeling we have about just our expression as well in a lot of ways. And acceptance is the message. It really is. It really is, and it's a lesson that I'm learning more and more as well. Because sometimes, as you said, we don't like the answer. We don't like to accept things for how they are. We don't like to accept when things aren't going our ways. But that is literally why we have to learn how to accept truly and fully. And I think we are. We are learning little by little. Seems to be okay in other streams. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Like, I'm not going to. Yeah, I'm just not going to say it at all. Man, but I also do like being completely honest with you, friends. Hope. So, like, I've been thinking, or I've been like paranoid or whatever, feeling that maybe Reddit has like something against our streams or something like that. Like there is a negative priority thing on the streams, at least just because you know what, I'm going to accept it as well. If it is the way that it is, then I accept that as my reality as well. Because at the end of the day, it is still self-created. Because we wouldn't be having this experience that is technically not what we want to accept if it wasn't for our deliberate decision to one, be here, and two, to start doing these streams. Like if I never started streaming on Reddit, then I would never have had the issue of comments not working, streams getting dropped, accounts stopping working, uh, comments not coming through, but the stream continuing, and now stuttering as well. Like all of these things wouldn't even be like a blip in my mind if it wasn't for me streaming on Reddit as a platform in general. Which means that even this experience is still a self-created experience. And I'm aware of that, and I'm accepting of that as well. The spotty connection is slightly entertaining. I'm happy that you think so, Mariah. There are some funny parts. When are you taking us on a field trip around your vast and fertile lands? Like the problem is, my friend, apparently we don't have good connection. Like I have full bars now again, and hopefully it made it a little bit better. Apparently Ryan says it's freezing less. I hope that it continues getting better until it's like completely stonked. But the problem is, if I take you further than a certain line, you're not going to be able to tune in at all. So maybe on like a separate YouTube video, my friend, I'll take you on a field trip. When it freezes, I can get good screenshots of Melt. Good, at least silver linings. There we go, Ryan. Silver linings. Shout out if you're still watching. I really do appreciate you, friends. the bad feed of life won't get get me to go away. I think that helped a little. At least a little. It's freezing for me. It's freezing for all of us, Rachel. Is it Rachel? Rachel Mal. I'm sorry, my friend. Still here, Justin, loving being a human being. Yeah, because like it's so interesting as well. Like if you want to extrapolate the experience that we're having right now, just to be able to have this live streaming interaction with each other in itself is an absolute miracle. Like the amount of technology and the amount of things that happen for this to be a thing. Like, and the thing is as well, I'm doing these streams on a little slab of technology. It has a camera, it has a microphone, it has a connection to the internet, and it has a processor that like kind of amalgamates all of these things and makes it a coherent experience. And then it like projects it all over this like beautiful planet that we have. And anyone who has access to the internet has access to this very moment. And that's crazy. That is really crazy. So yeah, sometimes it freezes, and that's completely okay as well. Mm. Da, da, da. But what is the hardship overweighs the good times? But what if the hardships overweigh the good times? Sometimes it will, my friend. Like I feel and especially it will when you become attached to those hardships. Especially if you become attached to the point where you victimize yourself, you tell yourself that you're a victim of these things. Like you're like, oh yeah, the reason these things happen is because oh I did this in my life, so now I'm paying the price. Or you're like, oh yeah, like I just have such bad luck, these things always happen to me, yada yada yada. Then you're basically accepting these bad times. You're not only aware of them, but you're almost inviting them, you're permeating them, you're strengthening them. And it's definitely something that we can do. It's something that I've done to myself as well. Like you, and especially when you're in like in a depressive state, it kind of feels like everything constantly goes wrong as well. Like you can't get ahead, right? You're constantly in this like almost negative place that keeps drawing you back and back, and everything that happens is horrible as well. And it's just like, and I know because I was in that space as well, emotionally and spiritually at one point in my life. It is something that is self-induced, I believe, at least. Like obviously there are, chemical balances in our brains that can affect the way that we feel and think about things. But those chemical balances, we have some power over them as well. Self-created experiences, my friends. Still freezing, but not as much, if that makes sense. I guess it makes sense, but it's still freezing. And it seems that now officially our comments have stopped working as well. Only able to catch about 30% of what you're saying today, my friend. I'll have to try and catch the recording. It seems that that's going to be the best way to do it, actually, my friend. Like, let's see, actually. I wanna see if this thing is. It is still streaming. It's telling me that it's still streaming, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's not streaming anymore. It also seems that our friends' comments aren't coming through anymore. So I'm gonna leave it a second to see if we're still getting comments. And I feel like I haven't, even though we've had like a lot of issues on Reddit. Like for the last 4 days consecutively, my comments stopped working on streams in the morning, and like I was just like, oh, okay, I guess this is just the way it is. And then I still didn't complain about that. I was like, oh, this is just how it is, and I didn't send like Reddit or the mods any messages. But I feel now today specifically after everything that's been going on, I feel maybe it's time. Maybe it is time. Yeah, yeah. It seems. Hello, Omar. It seems the comments are not working anymore. Hey, actually, a comment just came through from Justin. Great example how great you are, Mel. 29 people are still watching through these issues. Thank you, Justin. I like absolutely dread receiving compliments like that, calling me great, but thank you. I appreciate you being here with me, friend, regardless of the connectivity issues, regardless of the issues that we're having and the discomfort that those issues might occur. You truly are wonderful friends. I'm so, so appreciative of you. Like being able to share this space with you, even if it's a broken space at the moment, it's not consistent or clear or uh, you know desirable, if you will. We still have this moment in space and time. We still have this experience of sharing with each other. Acceptance. You know what's interesting as well? So like I feel like I'm learning a really important lesson right now in hope, actually, because today's intention for the stream was hope, right? And like the thing that I was talking about at the start of the stream is that there is mature hope and then there is immature hope. And mature hope is when you hope for good things to happen because of the good things that can happen, out of the goodness of people's heart, out of the goodness that is our universe that we're living in. Where immature hope is hope for a specific event to occur. So, in this case, in this exact example, an immature hope for me would be hoping that these streams work perfectly and uninterrupted, right? Like that would be a immature hope of mine. And I don't think it's an unrealistic hope, because we are, after all, here in this moment, you know appreciating each other, and we want this thing to be constant and solid. But we still have this capacity to appreciate this experience. And like, even though, okay, like I feel like I'm thinking about a thousand things at the same time, because I am so honored and so grateful to you, friends, sharing this space with me, regardless of these connectivity issues. And like, arguably, that says significantly more about this energy field that we're participating in than it would be if the stream just worked normally, right? Because regardless of the fact that the stream isn't working as it's supposed to, there is still this love to be shared, this appreciation for each other. And I appreciate you as well, Aaron. Like, I appreciate you so much, my friend, and I appreciate every single one of you watching right now. And yeah, I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful if something like this is possible, regardless of difficulties, regardless of uncomfortability. Just imagine what more we're capable of. What more we're being naive about when it comes to our hopes. Because we definitely do imply or filter the things in our lives through this lens of immature hope sometimes, where we're hopeful, but we're not happy when things don't turn out the way that we want them to. And I could arguably like get myself into an angry state, a depressive state, because these streams aren't working the way that they're supposed to, not working the way that I'm hoping for them to work. Or I can, be mature about my hope and realize that the true thing, the not the true thing, the real thing I should be hopeful about. Wessel, kan jy nie deur toe maak as jy praat asseblief? Dankie. Yeah. Hope, my friends. Thank you. Real hope. Like, I'm so hopeful to what our future will hold, my friends. If this is something that we're capable of, just imagine how much more we are. Like, I feel like I'm really learning what hope actually means to me right now. And it's tripping me out just a little bit, because at the start of this stream, I had an idea of what this mature hope is supposed to mean, and I felt like one of my intentions, I should say rather, for these streams is to not teach but to love, right? And then I have this other thing that I feel is to teach what you want to learn. Because the difference between a master and a student is that the master has mastered being a student, right? So, Like if we can constantly and actively learn things in every single moment, it is going to empower us to the point where we have mature hope, we have genuine calm and genuine stillness within inside of our souls and inside of our hearts. And I feel if we become more and more aware of our capacity to live within this union with our knowing that things don't necessarily have to be the way that we want them to be for us to be happy. I think it's a very important lesson that's supposed to be learned. Because, goodness me, I have so many hopes, and so many of them now, especially that I'm almost self reflecting upon them, are immature. Because I definitely have specific hopes for how I want things to turn out. And I'm saying want things for a very real reason. Not how I need things to turn out, how I want things to turn out. And that want is very, very closely associated with my need for things to be conditional in the way that they turn out. And I feel like I'm having my ass kicked by this information. The future will be great. This moment is great as well. Exactly, Justin. I couldn't agree more. This makes me appreciate our streams that have good feed. You're right, Justin. I hope you're doing better, my brother. I think Justin is. Like, I feel we definitely got to a point. So, like, I honestly think, Justin, this could be something that could, almost be a better venture than chiropractic. Is that how I say it? So, like, I'm always hesitant to share things, even though I like my initial response is to share everything. But like things changed for Justin, and he's considering starting a business right now. So we were brainstorming or not even brainstorming some ideas. We were just suggesting some ideas, and he basically said that he could utilize the client base he has now, is his chiropractic clients, to do something like a meditation class. And I think as well that not only could it be a meditation class, I think you could provide multiple classes. I don't know if you have like space in your home to do something like that, Justin, and it would be not ideal, arguably, to have something in your home, because then you're working from home as well. But if you have a space, maybe like outside, maybe you have like a patch of grass, having a space for people to come to where they can meditate, where they can do breathwork exercises, where you can teach yoga classes, and creating basically just an extra self-care thing. Because if you're going to a chiropractor, you're already in a position where you notice and you understand the fact that you sometimes require help from an outside source, and that you can take care of your body and your needs by asking for help. So you're already in a good mindset to accept advice or accept different informational systems when it comes to the things that you're experiencing. For example, trying to meditate, trying to do breathwork exercises, trying yoga, stuff like that. So I think it would be a great option for you, Justin, if that is something that you would like to do. Thanks. Just a big decision needed to be made. Yeah. Making big decisions is difficult as well. And you know what, Justin? Like the thing as well, and hi, aggressive ad. I saw your comment, my friend, and I see you. Thank you for being here. What does I want to say? Oh yeah, like the thing is as well, Justin, I know you're a father of 4 kids, dude. So you're a provider as well for your family. And I think that is probably, like, it's the thing that stresses me out as well. Like, you don't want to be in a position where your children, are in a place of lack. And like I know, Justin, that you're an amazing father, that you're taking care of your kids, and that concern comes from wanting to take care of them and wanting to make decisions that benefit them. Still doing chiropractic here, exactly, my friend. Like I think it could be like you can have your own practice. That's what I'm thinking. Do you have to have a license to have your own chiropractical? I don't know what you call it. Do you have to have a license to have your own practice, my friend? And I hope that you can hear that. I hope that it doesn't break up. No problem. I def know what you mean by that. 2 months of house shopping pretty much was 2 months of life making decisions, if that makes sense. Yeah, it definitely does make sense, Ryan. choosing a house. Like, it's not something that you can be like, oh, okay, this house was nice for like a year and a half, but let's go get a new house. No, it doesn't quite work like that. You kind of have to get really into it, put your feet down. It definitely is a big decision. Hmm. The day got so calm as well until the rest of the family showed up. uh, is it still freezing? I'm assuming it's still freezing. Man, this tree that is directly next to our house is blooming for some reason. I feel like it's supposed to be shedding leaves right now, but it has these interesting looking flowers that are like these little puff balls. I'll send a photo on the Discord. There's so little of them as well. It's kind of curious to me. And like, even though this tree and the tree right behind me are different species, they have like the same kind of flower structures where it's like this little stick and then it has like this little fluffy ball on the end of it. And like, both of them are thorn trees as well, so they kind of throw branches on the floor that if you step on them, it's not a good time. But they do provide shade, and they're absolutely beautiful as well. Now, that's the thing for me as well, is again your perspective, right, and your perception of how you feel about the things that you see in your world. Because I remember when we initially moved to this house, me and my father were like walking around the property and looking at these trees, like specifically actually the one behind me. And they were talking about like cutting it down and removing it. Hey, little red, Jesse, how are you, my friend? We haven't seen you in a long time. Unfortunately, the streams are super freezy today, so I don't think it's going to be the best watching experience. Sending you so much power of love to help you make the decision, Justin. I'm putting that out to the universe. Me too. Me too. I'm sure that Justin will make the right decision. I think I missed your question. We'll answer later in the Discord. Okay, cool, my friend. I look forward to it. But I wouldn't be surprised if you did miss the question. It is, it is freezing a lot. What was I? Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. So, like, when we initially moved here, like, we were talking about having this tree behind me removed because it was, dropping thorns and stuff on the floor. And now I feel this is the most beautiful tree we have on our entire property, at least to me personally. And again, it's this perspective change. Like, I could see this tree as something that was, a danger. I'm going to step on thorns. It's a pest of a tree. It's hurting me, whatever. Or I can see it for the beauty that it has, the shade that it provides, and the place that it has on this farm. Like, the thing is as well with like big trees. Looking at a big tree, it's something profound, really, because that thing has lived for so many years to be the thing that it is right now. And we human beings have such a capacity to create. Like, even the act of chopping down a tree that is 500 years old, like, even though I feel that is absolute sacrilege, it is something that we're capable of. Like, this 20, let's say a 20-year-old kid, right, who he becomes a lumberjack, goes out and cuts down a 500-year-old tree. It's an interesting energetic energy to participate in. And I feel, as a humanity scale, we're kind of doing that to our planet at some point, at all points sometimes. And it is definitely something that is worthy of becoming aware of, instead of just letting it be the way that it is. Because we're hurting our not only 500-year-old planet, but like 4.5 billion year old planet. Like, so many things had to happen for things to be exactly the way they are right now. And then humanity is like, you know what? Let's change things. Let's do a global experiment. Let's see what happens if we pump millions of metric tons of carbon into our atmosphere. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Let's see how it turns out. And it's the it's the craziest experiment that we've ever embarked upon. And I hope we realize that this is not an experiment worth seeing the outcome of. Definitely not. It is definitely going to be something that we have to change. And I feel, fortunately, more and more people definitely are becoming aware and awakening. And like Bill Gates actually released a book, something about how to stop oh, is it how to stop a climate disaster? I think that's the title of the book or something like that. It's a new book, and it gives me hope. It gives me a lot of hope because I'm definitely not in a position. I want to say financially specifically to be able to make global change when it comes to paying companies to clean our oceans, paying companies to extract carbon from our air. Like, it's not something I have the financial freedom to do just yet, but Bill Gates definitely does. So I hope that he does. And then when I get to that point, and when we get to that point, we'll be able to do the same. Mm, bro, for real. Did you take none, my friend? Like, none at all, actually. But I do appreciate you thinking that I am. I will take a picture of the two big pine trees I grew up with. I'm still living by those trees after 29 years. Isn't it trippy, Ryan? It's such a trip to me for a human being to kind of grow up with a tree as well. Like, it's definitely something that I want to do in my life, is plant trees, a bunch of trees, and knowing, like, that's the thing as well. Like, true, and this is something that I read in today's book as well, where a 71-year-old man planted 10,000 oak trees. 10,000 of them. And even though he will never see these trees in their mature form, it's still something that he did selflessly out of love, so that he may give to the world, so that he may touch this world in his own way for our future children to enjoy the shade of these trees. And it's something that's so selfless and something that we have so much capacity in doing. And it's a definite, it's an interesting, it's a higher dimensional way of thinking, I think. To be so aware of your own impermanence and then using your own impermanence to create something that is also impermanent but is going to be impermanent for a longer time than you will be, and can create environment, a space for kids of the future to live in, to appreciate them as well. Because imagine I plant a tree, a beautiful oak tree, right? And 500 years later, like, my body and probably my legacy as well have long since perished. And yet, a child can go and swing, if there's a swing on the tree, or a child can go and climb that tree. Child can go and sit under the shade of that tree. Who knows? Maybe there's a streamer, in 500 years' times, who sits under that tree and uses its shade and is appreciative of the shade that tree provides. And oh my, it makes me happy to think about stuff like that. Dum dum dum. So it makes me sad to move to my new house. I can't take them with me. Yeah, you're going to have to start digging now if you want to take them with you. The stream is lagging so much. Yeah, it is, my friend. It's been this way this entire stream. I've moved 3 times to try and fix the problem. It's not on my end. I want to say unfortunately, but I guess the right would be fortunately, because if it was on my end and I've tried fixing it and it hasn't gotten fixed, then what am I supposed to do? So it's on Reddit's side, but it's gonna get better. Tomorrow it will be stonks again, my friend. And thank you for the crab rave, and thank you for the fat plat karate girl. I appreciate it, my friend. I really do appreciate it. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Like, it's something that's still not something that bother me, but like, okay, let me tell you exactly what I'm feeling in my field of consciousness. Like, one stream where we got like a bunch of awards, like some platinums, and we even got an Argentium award, like a ridiculous award. Like I think it cost something like, what is it, like 10,000 Reddit coins? I'm not exactly sure, but it gave me like 40 minutes of time to stream with when we only had 45 minutes of time. And that stream lasted an hour and 46 minutes. And it absolutely blew my mind to be able to stream and share a space with you friends for that long. And like I feel that kind of energy was lost when they changed the streaming limit or the streaming time limit to 3 hours. But that's also okay. That's also a unique experience in its own, and it's completely fine as well. Man, Reddit. Imagine where Reddit will be in 20 years as well, my friends. Like, I honestly believe that Reddit is going to be the biggest social media platform eventually, because I feel more and more people are realizing that they have specific tastes in the thing that they like, and they are pursuing the things that they like as well, instead of just having an algorithm feed you information. And like one of the big things with for me as well, like I haven't posted a picture of myself online in, I think it's going on like a year and 4 months now. And it's not because I don't like the way that I look or I don't feel the need to share it. It's just I no longer see the point. Like I did have an Instagram page, and at one point in my life I was definitely very obsessed with vanity when I was, in high school, and I started working out. So I went from being the fat kid to being the buff kid. And that change of energy really, I feel, almost infected my mind a little bit. And it created this sense of needing approval, because I not only did things that I felt I needed to get approval for, but I also felt like I wasn't getting enough. And the thing with Instagram, with Facebook, I feel like a lot of the content that you see there is content seeking approval. And I feel with Reddit, like obviously the content on Reddit wants approval as well, because otherwise it doesn't get upvotes, doesn't get to the hot page, whatever. But I feel the intention isn't necessarily, needy all of the time, if that makes any sense. Like obviously there's going to be need all over, and it's still an energetic practice. But I feel people are becoming more and more aware of this capacity to cater to their own wants and own needs. Like there are so many different subreddits, and you can join a community of people that share an interest in the same thing that you share, and you can enjoy something together, even though you might be, completely different racially, sexually, geographically, whatever you want to call it, and you can still connect with people all over the world. And I feel that's exactly what we're doing in these streams as well. I feel like this is almost the next step of that. Instead of it being impersonal, we all like thing and we all follow same thing. Now this is an exchange where we get to actually share a space with each other and love each other together. And I think it's the way. I think it's the future. Love you all. I love you, Brother Bear. I can't wait to see where life takes us. We will all meet one day. Yes, we definitely will. And this is actually something that I had a chat with Dan about as well. Like one of his future plans or future hopings or future uh, desires. Let me call it desire, because I have no problem with the word desire actually. Because desire is completely okay as long as you have the right intention. And Dan's desire is to create a space where all of the artists that work or that post on the brand that he is building with his friend come together and play their music there. And I would really love to actually go there together with all of you friends, and then just, be in that space, dance together, melt together, have chats together. And I look forward to that time. When are you going to take us on a field trip around your vast and fertile lands, Meltmore? You're the second person that asked that, actually, my friend. And I would like to take you on a tour, but the problem is is the fact that the Wi-Fi range isn't that great. But I do guess, hmm, 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 like the connection is pretty bad already. uh, yeah, maybe on a YouTube video, my friend. Maybe on a YouTube video, we'll just walk about and I'll show you some of the farm. It's not illustrious or beautiful all around, but it is nature. And if you appreciate nature, that is the beauty that it holds. Like I feel all of the human intervention on the nature is the part that really bother me. If anything bothers me, man. If only, like if I honestly, if I could live in the wild and like there were trees around for me to eat fruit of, I probably would just live in the wild. Like that would be, oh, it's a difficult thing as well. Like I'm like a very, I feel like there's this duality within me sometimes because I absolutely love the technology that our age has allowed us as human beings to have access to. But I also absolutely love the nature that brought rise to that technology itself. And yeah, I guess the only real way is to have balance, right? Have balance. Go into nature, experience for what it is, and then you can return back to civilization with a newfound appreciation for both sides of it. Actually, my favorite food, hmm, I think, hmm, like the initial food that came up in my mind is stir fry. I really do appreciate a good stir fry, so that is probably it. I think that is probably it. But yeah, like this is something I had a chat with Edmund about. He was making some pork stir fry, and I mentioned that if I was only allowed to eat one food for the rest of my life, it would probably be stir fry. So like I think that is a better question than asking your favorite food because people will say something, but you don't necessarily want to eat your favorite food every single day of the year. But what would you? What would you eat every single day of the year? And I think stir fry would be that for me because you can always add different vegetables and different types of meat and it would still be stir fry. But then you can probably get really serious and say you have to use the exact same ingredients as well. Ugh, that would be difficult. We really enjoy having different experiences, right? Tasting the fullness of life and being hopeful of what is to come. I think being hopeful of what is to come instead of hoping for something to come is the lesson for today's stream. And we're going to leave it there. I'm thankful that you stayed here with me regardless of the connectivity issues, my friends. I love you so much. Thank you for being here with me for as long as you were. I hope to see you again tomorrow.